This is Spirit Journey. Today is good old Sunday, November 28th, 2021. Yes, this is a beautiful Manhattan sky line. The time is now 1:05 a.m. in the morning. I have something very important to talk to you about. I wasn't specific in the title or description, but I think maybe I needed to feel like to kind of be vague, to not expose it too much, because I don't know how some people, the system will take it. I had just completed a couple of minutes ago my mirror gazing. Hey, good morning. Let me put on my glasses. Yeah, just I don't want to miss any comment. What I have to what I have to say is very important. I hope you guys could hear me. I don't have the mic close to my face. Let me know if you can hear me well. Okay, I just put up the volume. So I hope you can hear me well. Yes, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. This live stream would be very important. I feel it's very important. Um, Many of you know I do mirror gazing. Mirror gazing is when you have the lights down low and you have a candle on and you look in the mirror. It's about facing yourself, facing your demons, your own demons, facing truth. If you can face your own truth, you can handle and face anything. It is a scary process at times. I was, talking into the mirror, really, talking into my soul, you know. So a lot of times we don't want to see ourselves. It's a scary process. It's a very, very scary process. And I felt that I was getting things done, spiritually, with today's session. And then I started to feel uncomfortable in my body, which led to anxiety. And it could have been like the ear is very dry right now. And yeah, very dry. And it's as low, like the moisture here, according to my humidifier, is only like 23%, which is very low humidity. The saturation is very low, and that is definitely will make your mouth feel dry. And I notice at nighttime, that's when the dryness really seems to come about. And it could trigger anxiety in me. And so in part that could have been what's happening, or I think also in part, when you're doing internal work, spiritual work, sometimes there's a shift in your awareness. Sometimes your state of consciousness starts to change, and that change process can cause a feeling of anxiety because maybe you're fighting it. So I decided, because I got much out what I needed to say, but I wanted to like go in silence and then close my eyes and go within. but I thought that distraction, I said, maybe it's just time for me to just end the session now. I don't want to feel scared or whatever. Maybe, I'm just tired, blah, blah, blah. So I just ended it, this session. Okay, that was my humidifier. Just turned itself off. It ran out of water. Yeah, it ran out of water. I won't turn it on right now. This is more important. Okay. So so let me just light that, get some water to drink. And I have this thing called Tiger Balm, I think it's called. It smells almost like Bengay. And I put it under my nose and breathe in it, and it has a relaxing, it gives you a sense of relaxation. And I also took a cough drop that's mentholated, and that warm sensation, with the menthol, distracts me and it calms me down. So that's what I just did. And then, right now I'm in my room, and my little dog, if you hear someone snoring, that's my dogs. So I apologize. So I put my head down to try to relax myself. And then these thoughts came in my head. And I said, I want to talk about that. This is very important. What I'm going to say is based on what I was listening to just before I did my meditation work. I found a fantastic video online on YouTube. Two black women that were, these women are travelers. And you very rarely hear of American black women traveling the globe. And the initiative that took place and their entrepreneurship was really impressive and encouraging to me. And this channel, America's going through a real challenge. The whole planet is going through a real challenge. And these black women that I was listening to on YouTube gave me hope. This live stream is about hope. It's really geared to black people. Yes, this video is really pertaining to black people. I didn't specify that on the channel, but it really is. But anybody could get value of this live stream. You just put your own label on it, We take things for granted. We think that you're not valuable. Many of us look at ourselves and we think we're less than others. We're destroying ourselves physically. We're destroying each other. Actually, the American blacks are one of the richest groups on the planet. As a group, what's that, 80 million strong? So now, come on. Come on, you have to go back on. I commend you to come back on. This is my live stream, not yours. Come on, let's go on. You have to come back on. Stop playing games. You too, stop playing games. gotta come back on. This is my time. Do you hear me, guys? The counter stopped moving. It's not allowing me to do the live stream. No reason to do this. Let's go back on. Do you guys hear me? If you guys could hear me, please press a 1. The counter is not. There's no reason for it to do this. Come on. Come on. Come on, people. There's no reason for you to do this. Okay, great, great. Thank you. You could hear me. Thank you. Thank you. I needed to hear that because it was frozen. So let me try to talk quicker. Oh, what was I saying now? Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you guys for coming on. This is very important. In the United States, we're 80 million strong black people. Okay? This video is really pertaining to Black America. Now, we think that we're less than, but we actually one of the most richest people on the planet as a group. We're about 80 million strong. And many of you think, oh, because you don't have a Mercedes or whatever, that you're poor. Around the world, there is such poverty out there. You are one of the richest on the planet, but they make you feel that you're poor. You could make someone with $1 billion, they could be made to feel like they're less than. So it's all psychological. You can give someone a penny and they can think they're the richest person in the world. It's all in your psychology. And they want to ruin your psychology to think you're less than or you're poor. You're not poor. Why do you think so many people are coming into the United States? Because it's rich. And your resources, when put in together, is more money than many countries on the planet. And here you're complaining and thinking you're less than. See, it's psychological warfare that's being done upon black people in America. All of the planet, actually. The whole planet is going through psychological warfare. But in the United States, with Black America in particular, you are targeted to think that you're less than. But actually, you feed many people in America. Your work, your body, your energy fuels foreigners and American alike. Okay, did you hear that? Your presence in America fuels and feeds others. You are extremely, extremely valuable, and you don't realize it. You don't realize it because you think other people are more important than you. You think you're less than many of us, but you're very valuable. Your force, your presence is extremely important for the survival of America, and you don't realize it. And as I was listening to this program with these two black American women who travel, back on, yes. So I was really surprised. I'm sorry, guys. The live stream. Every time I want to say something and really get into it, it starts to buffer. So my apology for that. So Oh God, I hate when because it interrupts my train of thought. So every time, like, oh brother, let me get my thoughts. So if so, these ladies really were trying to remind us that there's always options. There are options out there, and oh yeah, I remember when I went this morning. So I found her channel today, and I was just thinking about her. So it was synchronicity. So maybe it's the right time for me to hear what I heard today. Yes, maybe it's time. Like sometimes it's not that something is wrong, but it's not the time. Okay, did you get that? Sometimes it's not that something is wrong to hear, but it's not the right time to hear what you know, what I was hearing regarding being an expat. An expat is someone who left their country, okay? And this whole pandemic is affecting all of us, especially Black America. They want us to, they're frightening us to get the jibber jab, but what you do to your body is your business. If you want to take the jibber jabber jab, go for it. But if you don't want to, you should not be forced to do it. Your body is your rights. But they're trying to frighten us with the things that they have on the media. They're really targeting us. Why are they targeting us so much? Because they want to control you through that jibber jab, as I call it. That's what I'm going to call it. The thing that they put in the arm. Okay, I have to be very tactful how I say it. Um, like they said, like my father used to say, there's no free lunch. There's nothing ever really free. There's a reason behind all this, and you're very valuable. I was very blessed to see that lady's channel because I was just thinking about her. And the interview was, well, I'll give the name of the lady. Her name is Stephanie Perry. Stephanie Perry. P is in Peter, Erry. Stephanie Perry. And she specializes in uh, Black women to move abroad or to work abroad doing house sitting. She um, stays over people's homes while they go on vacation and she watches the property. And it gives her, she always liked to travel. And she has her business. I mean, that's what she does. But she also teaches how to be able to do this. She was very grateful that someone taught her. Now she can teach others. So she's not a selfish woman at all. She's a American Black, to my understanding. Um, Very well spoken, and I like her style. She seems very real. And again, in my channel, I very rarely mention other YouTubers by name. That's the name of her channel. And she gave me such hope with her. Now she interviews people. She speaks by herself, and but she also is information by their experiences, which places you should avoid, which ones is okay, all different information. And they give information about how to go about relocating, and they refer you to other places that you can check out for resources. So I'm very blessed. It really encouraged me today. And one of the interviews she gave was this lady actually living in Costa Rica, and a phenomenal woman. And I was just so, impressed with the information. Um, it just gave me a sense of hope, and that's what I needed. So why it might be the time for me to hear what those ladies are talking about. Now, earlier this year I was looking into moving, okay? But let me tell you, those people who didn't watch my last video, not this one, but the one. Who is that? Asthmatic. Are you a magic mushroom? I wish I were. I wish I were magic mushrooms. Yeah, you might learn something. So listen, okay? Yeah, you listen. You might learn something. Let me tell you. Yeah. So this well, an incident happened to me. Uh, and it seems to be increasing. Something happened to me um, the day before Thanksgiving. Now I was in a good mood. Like I had a dental appointment. I see. Stay with the topic, okay? This is very important information. This is very important, especially if you're a black person, okay? Um, an incident happened to me, and it could be a wake up call. I shared the information in my last video. Now, I was feeling good that day. I had a dental appointment, and I was scared to go, a little scared to go. But it was a pretty good experience, and I had walked to the place um, because I didn't want to take mass transit because there were some killings. Oops, I'm not supposed to say that word. There were some mishaps on the subway, and so I thought it would be safer for me to walk it. And I didn't know how long it was going to take me to get there. So I left my place extra early just to make sure that I get there on time. I'm uh, I'm a very time oriented person. I don't like to be late, not even a minute late. That's just me. And so I got there real early. Uh, it went well. And so then I left after my appointment. I left and was walking home. I don't walk in this neighborhood, this particular neighborhood, and I was on Amsterdam Avenue. I live in New York City. I was on Amsterdam Avenue in Manhattan, New York City, and I was just admiring the stores and everything. Seemed like a really neat area. And I actually was telling myself, um, hey, maybe I could come here more often, with my dogs or something, have another thing that we can look at, for enjoyment. And then all of a sudden, this is when it happened. Like my head was turned a little bit to my right. And then all of a sudden, boom, a white, a young white woman, uh, 20s, 30s, came and hit me so hard with such violence and evil on her face. And she hit the center of my chest where my heart was, where my heart is. She hit me so fucking hard, excuse my French. She hurt me that bad. And I was in the middle of the street when she did it. And it was just with such force and rage. It stung my chest with such pain. And, like I was going south and she was heading north. We were both walking when she did this. And then I turned and I said, "Are you crazy?" And she keeps on going and just she was yelling. Well, I finished crossing the street. I said, I gotta get a cop. I gotta get a cop. I gotta get a cop. So I see these people that look like cops. I said, "Excuse me, officer, I need your help. This lady just assaulted me." And so
They said, "Oh, we're not cops." I said, "I need a cop. I need a cop. I was just assaulted." They said, "Oh, there's one right there." I said, "Show me, show me. Please show me where this cop is." So, oh, the guy, oh, right over there. Says, "Please take me to that cop. I need help. I was just assaulted by this woman right over there." So he walked me over back across the street. He said, the cop is right there. Then I see the cop. The cop was bending down. So I walked over to the cop. I said, "Excuse," I told the officer what happened. And other people are around me too. So there she goes. She's walking down that way. Because I almost lost where she was because I had to look, get, put my eyes on the cop. So the cop gets up, and then I point. I say, "Yeah, the lady right there." Um, and then I follow him, the cop. It was a male cop. We walked about a block, and he gets to her, and he says something to her, and then uh, I think he grabbed her arm or something, did something, and then she was acting out, and she was resisting arrest. And then other cops saw what was going on. Yeah, cops look out for other cops. And all of a sudden, these cops came out of nowhere. Because the cop he didn't have like a walkie-talkie, or whatever. He didn't. I didn't see him go on it. Oh, I better hurry. The batteries are low. Just said. So well, I'm gonna put the plug in because I can't afford to lose this transmission. Okay, I'm getting out of bed. Yeah, this is very important. Sorry. Yeah, let me get the. I have the battery. I think the battery's right here. Hope it's here. I hope. Let me just see. Mm. Okay, so it's in the other room. So let me go in the other room. Because I don't want to afford to lose this info. So I'm just walking into the other room. Okay. Hope it's still there. Better be here. Let me have to find. Oh, I gotta find it. I don't know where it is. Oh, I don't know where my. Has to be here somewhere. I gotta find it, people. I'm trying to find where the thing is. It'll just Sorry. I gotta find it. I'm probably looking right at it. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's on the bed somewhere. I apologize for this because I gotta finish this. Yeah, I gotta find where did it go? Okay, I see it. I found it. Yeah, getting the battery. Uh, Yeah, this is too important. Oops, sorry. Okay, okay, I just do it standing up here. Okay, so I apologize for that. I just, I can't afford to not finish this. What was I just saying now? Yeah, so I got the cop. Um, they started fighting. Yeah,
The girl is a white female. She, as in New York City, has let all the criminally insane people out. Yes, yes, there are a lot of mentally ill people now. People are desperate. People are fearful, and it's also encouraging whites from other states come in. A lot of like country-like people, rural whites, and they're real poor, real, real poor looking, dirty, physically dirty. They really look in bad shape. Um, people losing jobs, people are scared, people um, are desperate, and so they were fighting. But they didn't want to hurt her. That's what was really weird about this whole, when they started fighting. That even though she was fighting them, she was under the influence. I think she was drunk. A big girl. This is one of those Amazon type, really, really big bone girl. Girl was thick, really, really, and she's, half my age. She looks like half my age. They want the crime rate in Denmark. Yeah, listen, let me get that. Oops, I'm sorry. They they want the crime rate in democratic cities to skyrocket. Yes, exactly, exactly, exactly. I'm glad that you see that. Yes, it is in social decay. There is piles and piles of garbage, and we had an infestation of rats all over, live ones and dead ones in the street. Now, this is supposed to be because the pandemic and about cleanliness, and you're not cleaning. Did you know that rats have diseases? Hello. So that's how I know that this pandemic is baloney. Okay, they're trying to get people sick. So some people started taking out their cameras. What do you call it? Their video, their phone to videotape what was going on. And when I saw someone take out their, thing to videotape, I walked over to them and I said, yes, the reason why the cops are uh, arresting, getting her is because she assaulted me and other people. She had punched me in my chest real hard. And then other people came up to me, a black man, an elderly black man, in his 60s or 70s, said, Miss, she attacked me also down over there. And she had elbowed me real hard like this. And he demonstrated how she did it. Okay. And then another person who's seen the skirmish said that they were also attacked. I forget who that other person was. Now this area is overwhelmingly a very large white population. I mean, anybody can go there and shop or whatever, but the people who go there uh, were like they look like family people. People who live in that immediate area because they have little kids there. The children of and the parents. So how is that a woman? It's not that many blacks there, but yet the people who got hit were black. Me and this elderly black man. So I made sure when I saw someone take out their camera to videotape, I walked up to them and said, yes, the cops are doing this because she just attacked a group of people, and I was one of them. I made sure. Because they're going to might spit it. Oh, the cops are being rough with this white lady, make it look like she's a victim. So I made sure that let them know this person's uh, a perpetrator. So I also walked over to the cops while they were trying to they had her sit down, and then they had her hands behind her back, but they lifted it up. It was really weird. I never saw them do that. Like, imagine you're sitting down, your hands are behind your back, and then they lift up your arms. You know, your arms are straight out behind you, but you're lifting it up, so it's like halfway up. That's how they had her. Um, and I think she also put her head down. Then she started throwing up at one point. So I wanted to tell the cops, to say, yes, I want this. This is the lady that attacked me, and she hurt me. She hit me in my chest, and she hurt me. Um, and I want her arrested. I made sure I made sure I said what my aim was, that she assaulted me, and that I want to press charges. Well, one of the cops, was a female cop. I told her what happened, and then one of the men walked over to me, and the lady left, and I told him what happened. Then, as I was telling him, I said, not only did she attack me, but some other people. No, 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 no. And then he puts his hand up in near my face, say, no, 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 like that. He didn't want to hear it. He did not want to hear that this white girl was attacking other people. He didn't want to hear it. Isn't he supposed to hear what do you call it? The account of what happened, so they know what happened, what to arrest her for? Don't you need to know that information? So why is he telling me no, 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 no? And then I told a third cop when he got up. So the lady cop then comes back. I talked to, I think, a total of 3 cops there. But they seemed to have the lady cop come over to me. She was a Hispanic lady, and then the others were white men. And she said, "Well, I'm not the one that's doing the report, but the other officer, and he says that's considered, oh, I remember, one of the men that I saw, evidently he was the one that is actually supposed to do the report. Anytime there's when the police are called, they have to write a report. And yeah, the one that said, no, 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 no. He says, she just pushed you, and that's harassment. I said, harassment? No, she hit me, and she hit me hard. She hit the center of my chest, and I'm in pain right now. I want her arrested. I want to press charges. Well, evidently, he decided right then that this lady's not going to get arrested, and when they brought the female cop back over to talk to me, he says, "Oh, so and so's going to write the report, and they're not going to arrest her. They're just going to bring her to the hospital for evaluation." So they said that they called the ambulance, and if I wanted to get an ambulance for my son, I said yes. I want to be looked at. So yes, I did. So the hospital, the ambulance came, and I did go to the hospital. Uh, they basically, said I was okay, but I was in pain. Um, Interesting, at the hospital. They brought me to a hospital that has a special unit for heart injury. Because, see, she punched me where my heart is, in the center of my chest. and I get anxiety, so that was starting to. I was afraid to get an anxiety or panic attack. That's what I felt was going to happen next, and that's not good. Um, so it's really weird how the hospital worked. You know, when I got to the hospital, the emergency room, uh, they had a security guard. They put me. I was on a gurney, and they checked like my temperature. Um, oh, they took my vitals in the ambulance, and then when I got to the hospital, they brought me to the ER, and they put that thing on your finger to get, I guess, get your pulse or whatever, your temperature, and then they hooked me up to they put these electrodes uh, on my body in preparation for to check if my about my heart. So they did that in another room. They said, "We'll be right back. We're gonna check your heart vitals." They didn't do it. They hooked me up, but they didn't do it. And they utilized the interested. They Sorry about that. Just went off. Come on, come on. I hope you hear it. Do you hear it, guys? The number stopped. Okay, it's going back on. So they only relied on the heart test from the ambulance, and they didn't even as a hospital that has a special unit for heart stress. They didn't do it, and then by the end of the my stay, I was there for 6 hours, and they wanted to say, "Oh, you want some aspirin, whatever," and I didn't want it. And I said, but I do want, like, I said, I suffer from anxiety. If you can give me something for my anxiety. Oh, we can't give you that because that's considered a controlled substance. And this is the ER room. We can't give you something like that. Only a psychiatrist. I said, well, then give me a psychiatrist so I could get it. But that was a problem for them. So I said, forget about it. I'll just try to maybe just take a nice hot shower when I get home. So here, an ER is not willing to give you, that ER hospital is not willing to give you anti anxiety after getting punched in the chest. You need something to calm down. Now, I've gone to an ER room and they gave me something to calm me down. Hello? Well, the difference is the location of the hospital. The hospital I went some years back was in one location in the city, and the one that I went to 3 days ago was in Harlem, and that's caters to a black uh, population, and don't treat they treat black populations in the hospital one way, and areas where they have a lot of whites another way. You can have the same problem, but they treat it differently because of what you are, the location. So here, at a place near where I live, offers you, if you're hot, you're stressed, whatever you need to come, they give you something standard, and that was the ER room. But here in Harlem, they don't offer it. Oh, that's considered a controlled substance. I just said I want something anti-anxiety. I didn't ask for narcotics. Okay, a controlled substance. Come on. So on top of that, people, these when I got at the ER for the first, initially, a security guard comes up to me, because I was waiting to get what I thought for them to check my heart rate, because they had put the electrodes on me, but they were to bring the machine. He came in. He says, "Do you have weapons, guns, knives, blah, 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 blah. Because if you do, you're not supposed to have that. Does any of these things apply to you? I said, no, it doesn't apply to me. Oh, okay. And he had this thing like the to check if you have metal on you or something. You know those things that they use like a wand thing to see if you have weapons. Could you believe that they would ask me something like that? I've never been to an ER room, private or at the VA hospital, ever asked me, do I have weapons? Someone just punched me in my chest. I'm a grown ass woman. You're going to ask, do I have those things? What kind of nonsense is this? Have any of you ever been asked, if you ever gone to the ER room, have you ever been asked if you have a weapon? And any of you, there's a few of you on that are watching now. Please indicate one for yes, two for no. The victim becomes the suspect. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hello. Wow. I wasn't even at Bellevue. I was in a hospital. I was in a different hospital. The hospital's on 113th Street. I think that's the beginning of Harlem. It starts to get more black people up there. In fact, yeah, when I was there, the mass majority of the people in the ER room were black people, poor-looking black folk, and older, not even young, or old, and they're asking me this. Never heard of this. Okay. Wow. You were frisked at Bellevue. When that happened, um, you were in the ER room? Yes or no? Or yeah, were you in the ER room? Yeah, I've been to Bellevue before for a doctor's appointment. I never was never asked if I had weapons or anything like that. Um, never, never. I've been to, and I came in through an ambulance. Oh, wow. Oh, so here you're the victim, and they ask you if you have a. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. So here, uh, it's like a insensitivity. I'm a grown woman. I'm not a teenager. I'll be 59 years old. Oops, I didn't put my. Yeah, I'll be 59 years old in a week. They're asking a 59-year-old woman, does she have weapons? All in the black area where they do so ask something stupid like that. Someone punched me in the chest. And you know what else? Let me tell you something else. See, a lot of things I might have forgotten to say, but I'm remembering now. They also, like when they brought the lady cop to talk to me, that they're not going to arrest the lady but bring her to most likely Bellevue. They didn't say Bellevue, but that's the hospital where they send people for mental evaluation. You know, if they're in Manhattan, that's where they send them. Um, they asked me for my I. They said, "Could we have? Do you have your ID with you? And if we can make a copy, and could we have your telephone number?" So I gave it, thinking that they're gonna, use it for the report because they're gonna arrest the lady. So if you're not gonna arrest the lady, why do you need my um, driver's license and phone number? Because like the like what you just said, the victim is now the suspect. No, not the hospital, the police.
The police were wrestling with the lady. Yeah, the lady was resisting arrest. They asked me, "Oh, could we have your ID? I mean, could we get your address? Your ID, because they're going to get my name and my phone number." But I thought they were going to use it for the report, so that because I said I want to press charges. But I think what you're saying is true. It's to see what I'm a suspect. Like when they pull over people, when the police pull over people, when they want to get your info, it's to check to see your status. If you're a criminal, I think that's what it's all about. That's what I started saying. Like when I was to leave, I said, "Oh my God, why did they take my ID? I mean, they gave me back my ID, but why was it necessary if they weren't going to arrest the lady and just bring her to the Bellevue Hospital for evaluation?" See, they play dirty. That's how I feel they play dirty. Okay, you're also saying, "Oh yes, the police make." Oops, let me get that. The police make sure you, the suspect, that the women will say you hit her first, and they will arrest exactly, and so you drop the charge. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me read that. Let me read that. I'm gonna read that again. That looked really. Oh yes, the police make you the suspect. That woman will say you hit her first, and they will arrest you, so you drop the charges. Check you, check you. Yes, check you for warrants. You're bingo. You're very wise. You're very wise. So they're supposed to write the report according to the police that in fact it's really something. Why didn't the one that is to write the report, why didn't they come and tell me this? But they had the lady cop come and tell me that to the info, how to get the info. They said go to such and such precinct within 24 hours, and you should call first, and then you'll get a copy. Well, I took a few days off. I stayed home for a couple of days because I just wanted to recuperate more, get my head together after the attack. So I went there yesterday. No, no, I'm sorry. I went there today. They had 3 days. Okay, this happened on Wednesday, and it was Saturday, and they were off that day. Yesterday, uh, they checked my name. It's not in. I said it's not in. So they said, well, they're off today. Because I said, well, could you give me the telephone number, and I call them. They said, well, they're off today, and I don't want to call them on their day off. So they said, look, call back tomorrow, and they'll be in tomorrow. Call back then. I won't call back Sunday. I won't do that. Cause yeah, I'll call on Monday, just to ensure, because see, they're supposed to have it done 24 hours. They have, so I'm going to allow them more time because, it was a holiday. Okay, maybe they backlog because it's a holiday. And if it's not done, something tells me they have no intention in writing a report. They have no intention of writing one. They supposed to. Uh, they had Wednesday because it happened Wednesday afternoon. So they had the remainder of Wednesday. Thursday's a holiday. I don't know whether it was a day off. And then Friday, the day that I went. No, when Friday, yeah, the Friday, uh,
they could have had Friday to do it, and then Saturday, yesterday was their day off. So what happened? So I believe, what I speculate is that they don't want to do it. In fact, when I was watching them with the lady, it's like they're being ultra careful not to hurt her. Why was that? I don't think it's because they wanted to be professional. They didn't want to hurt her because she's a white female. She looked like she was from out of town. She didn't look like a local white female. She just looked like someone from somewhere else, you know. Um, they didn't want to hurt her. And you heard about that thing. And when they asked the girl to come out of the car and they wanted to talk to her, at one point the P people said, if we follow protocol, we have to arrest that lady, but that they didn't want to do it. Press a one for yes. Please press a one for yes if you can hear me. Come on. Come on. Okay, it went back on. Okay, it went back on. Sorry about that. See, it was buffering. So what happened with the P people? They did not want to arrest her because she was a pretty white girl. They said, "Okay, thank you, thank you. I got you one. Thank you. That is on. Yes." So they even said that their protocols say that they supposed to have arrested her because she was the aggressor. Hear that? She actually was the aggressor. And by law, they were supposed to, because there's a domestic violence, and in all domestic violence situation, when they come to the scene, they have to, according to their requirements, have to arrest somebody. But they didn't because they didn't want the pretty white girl to be arrested, even though they knew they supposed to. And look what happened. In the end, she died anyway. And then the boyfriend kills himself. So the thing with this girl that assaulted me and assaulted another elderly black man. And when I told the officer that not only did she attack me, but other people. And then he said, no, 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 like that. He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to hear it. So if they don't write that police report for that lady, even though they took my personal data, it's going to show me and remind me of what they did to Gabby because of what she is. She was a pretty white girl, and they didn't want a white girl being in jail. But God forbid if I had something on my record, but they'll be real quick to arrest me, even though I got punched in my heart. Did you know that if you get punched in your heart hard enough that your heart could stop? Do you know what the cop said? He's going to consider what that lady did to me as harassment, not as an assault. The cop said what she did to me was just considered harassment because there's no blood or anything like that. And they had the female cop ask me also, oh, well, because I said, look, that lady attacked me. And she hurt me and she hurt that other fellow. And I want to press charges. As well, he's calling the shots, meaning the other, that P person. And, well, do you have any blood? Is there any blood anywhere? I said, no. Well, we can't see anything. So So we can't, so we're not going to arrest her. But they're cameras. So I want, when I do go on Monday, I want to first find out if the um, report was done. And then, if they're going to continue calling harassment, I'm going to ask them, did you look on the camera? Because the camera will show that this was not harassment, but a full impact to my chest to cause me bodily harm. And then I'm a 59-year-old woman, and what she did was potentially dangerous to me. And luckily, I had my thick coat on, which probably softened the blow, but it was extremely painful what she did to me. Extremely painful. And I think they just brought her there. Who knows where they bring them? Yeah, they were really nice. I mean, even when she was throwing up, they gave her a bag to throw up in. They were really nice to her, and they put her in the ambulance before me. She gets to go in the ambulance first, and then the other one was to come for me. Yet I was the victim. Hear that? I'm the victim, but yet they're gonna get the ambulance for her first, and then me. Do you think that's right, people? So what does all this mean? Well, when I after watching that show, that YouTuber who's an expatriate, an expat who's living abroad, and she gave me such encouragement. I was starting to reevaluate whether I should stay uh, in the U.S. Why stay in a place that doesn't love you? I cannot force I love my country. I'm born and raised here, and I'm military. I mean, a veteran, and I think that means something. But to see someone um, being treated nicely after punching me in the chest and another elderly person, he was probably in the 60s or 70s. He was older than me, and he didn't want to hear it. And then also on September 1st, someone tried to jump me. I talk about that also in a video on September 1st of this year, September 1st, 2021. And then last year, I got groped by someone. And here, when I got groped and I had called the cops, they didn't ask for my ID. How is it that someone groping me, and I said I wanted him arrested because they definitely had no intention on arresting that guy. They said, oh, well, he's probably crazy and they'll release him anyway from Bellevue because of the COVID. So they're going to let a pervert out on the street so they can harm you more. Isn't that something? So after hearing about these ladies, these expats who are living abroad, having a fantastic life, I started thinking maybe the lady hitting me in my chest, and I wasn't even turned. I was looking away from her when she hit me. I was looking to my right. She was on my left, and then whammo. So here she's a coward hitting me when my head was turned from her. And then you just see a figure coming towards me, and then the impact on my chest was unbelievable. Unbelievable. It makes you feel when you see the now. I'm gonna be honest. I am not a hater against cops. Oops, I said the C word again. I'm not a hater of them. Because you need people to protect people from criminals. You need them. You need good people, good cops. But when cops do wrong, I have a problem with that. And when I see the same crap happen over and over again, it gets you angry. When I get racially, I get racially profiled. You know who I get racially profiled by? They have black people profiling other blacks. I am not racially profiled by whites. I'm profiled by blacks and Hispanics. So here they're using my own to check on me. And it makes me angry. And it's like, here you have all these people who are doing horrible things in the government and all these, you know, but no one is doing and checking them. So I get angry. But I love this country because it's my country. It's my country. I'm born and raised here. My parents are born and raised right here in New York City. I'm vested here. After listening to those two black women talk about their experiences overseas, it started to have me think, is this something that I should consider? And if I'm to consider it, where should I go? That's why I'm doing this video. Okay, let me read your comments. Okay. If the report, okay, you're saying if the report was done, they would have it before the cop got off duty. They had in all reports, or they hand in all reports before they clock out at the end of the shift. Thank you for telling me that. A bad cop is a good cop. Worst enemy. Oh, a bad cop is a good cop's worst enemy because we wind up not liking the good ones because of the bad ones. Yes, yes. Thank you for that info when you said they have to do because it said within 24 hours. But you're telling me at the end of their shift they have to do the report, which makes a lot of sense because you're going to forget if you do it a day later or 2 days later or 3 days later, right? I hope I'm not being set up. I hope I'm not being set up. I left to go to my dental appointment and I was feeling so good. I was talking to the universe when I got hit. Yeah, I was having a fabulous time, so I know I wasn't giving bad vibrations. I was having a wonderful walk home. Yes, they have to. Mm, yeah. But the universe sees everything. Yes, a universe, you know my heart, you know everything. And if they're trying to set me up, shame on them. And may their bows be broken and their arrows bent. Please protect me and my household. And please expose the wickedness if that's what's happening. Because I'm getting good information here that they're supposed to get the report done before they leave their shift. And it's not there. Why isn't it there? So when I was doing my mirror gazing this morning, I mean, just before I went to bed today, I said to myself, I said to the universe, I said, I'm going to give them extra time to get the report done because, it was a holiday. If they didn't do it, then that's an indication to me that they just wanted to bring the lady to get treated at the hospital and then release her. Oh, also the female cop was saying something about her schizophrenia and medicine. I don't care what she has. I want to press charges and have her arrested. Yeah, this is evil. This is evil. Okay, you also said it's it's to the point that citizens need to wear body cameras all the time. Okay, that's right. I usually do. I usually have my camera, but I didn't have it on that day because I have something else on it, and I don't have enough space on it. But when I was coming home today from the station, I said, you know, I'm going to buy a second one and have that one for solely to get have on no matter what. Yeah, I've been having it on a lot, but I guess I didn't want to feel. Sometimes I don't want to feel that I need it, but I think if I had it, it wouldn't make a difference because cops saying, "Oh, she's just pushing you," and so we're going to just call that harassment. What is his definition of harassment? Because there's no blood. And you know what the hospital said when I requested to get a blood work to make sure my heart wasn't traumatized? He says, no, you you can't get a heart attack with a blow to the chest. I said, oh really? Then he says, well, if you let's say you fainted or something, then possibly I would do the blood test. I said, well, I really want, I'm really nervous right now, and I just really just want to make sure if you could just please, just for peace of mind's sake, please do the blood work for the enzyme of heart distress. And he said no. Could you believe that? Because they don't fucking care. Yeah. Yeah. This is sad. This is really, really sad. I'm really disappointed. But I realize, isn't that something that was the heart that she punched? People, this is something significant here that I started realizing when I was lying here in bed. The heart. Now I was praying to the universe, like talking to my higher self, the universe. That requires your heart. She didn't want me to talk through my heart because she doesn't have one. Did you get that, people? Did you get that, people? Why did she punch me in the center of my chest where my heart was? Because she doesn't have one and she's jealous. I find, uh, in my experience, a lot of jealous white girls out there that are jealous of me. I'm tall and I'm slim. Now, this girl was big, but there's jealousies. And the jealousies stem from them not loving themselves. So they do things to sabotage your work. Uh, just a lot of things. She had no reason to hit me. But to do that to such a degree, I mean, I never saw this type of viciousness like that. This never happened to me. Never. I'm also wondering. See, I can't do anything until I find out definitively that the report is to be made. I think they're hoping because of the holiday that I forgot about it. I will not forget about it. And I was very adamant. I said, I want her arrested. I repeated myself so much to emphasize, I want this chick arrested and um, press charges. Okay, you're saying, I I'll tell you what happened. It was Thanksgiving and the cops don't want to do arrests and paperwork. They want to go home and paperwork and make them stay at work filling out reports. They want to go home and paperwork. Come on, the thing just went. Come on. It just stopped again. Come on. Could you guys hear me? The numbers okay, there it goes. Yeah, I thought about that too. It is the day before holiday, but either way, they put the girl away around 3:15 in the afternoon. So I don't know when that should. I guess what was that 9 to 5 or something. So either way, um, yeah, I was surprised he didn't go come back to me to get my details of my story. He didn't want to hear it because again, no, 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 no. No, well, that he when I said that other people were hurt, he didn't want to hear that. Yeah, they want to protect the white girl because they feel sorry for her. You can feel sorry for her, but like Gabby, they felt sorry for Gabby, but she's dead, right? That girl Gabby and her boyfriend Laundry, they weren't good people. They weren't good for each other. But because of their social economic and that they're young and all that, that's what killed them both. That is what killed them both. They didn't do what they were paid to do, these cops. So the girl dies, and then the boy committed suicide. So it's just the signs of the time. Um, I have to make sure, I don't want it to consume me. When the thing happened, I did do a video about it that same day, late that evening. And, oh no, or in the morning. But either way, I did a video about it. And I felt okay emotionally, and I was able to go to sleep. But when I went out today, I took 2 days off. I didn't go outside for 2 days. And today was the first day back after the attack. And it started to bother me. It started to get the best of me. I thought I was able to handle it. Um, but things happen for a reason. Everything in life happens for a reason. And maybe it's just a wake up call. Maybe the universe is saying, okay, I think, Spirit Journey, your time is, we have another destination for you. I'm going to do a tarot card reading about it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. See, I did a tarot card reading a couple of months ago. And to my understanding, my interpretation of the cards, it said to stay, that it will develop me. I'm going to redo it, because sometimes things shift. Maybe some things change. So I'm going to do another one. And based on different factors, what I'm really looking for is the answer with the cops to find out what they did. Are they going to do a report? Are they just hoping that I just forgot about it? You know, that's what I think they're hoping that I just forget about it because of the turkey. Well, I didn't have any turkey. Yeah. Okay. Gabby was the violent one, and the man was probably protecting himself from her, and she fell and hit her head and died. Men always go to prison for abuse, even when the woman is the aggressor. I'm glad you said that. She was the aggressor, like what I said. The cops said that she was the aggressor. In fact, she was beating him up in the car. That's why they almost got in a car accident when the police spotted them. He was being hit. And she hit him because he said to her that to calm down. She didn't like him to say for her to calm down. And then she was angry also that he didn't think that she could do the video, her channel. So she had an ego problem, but because she's a young white girl, uh, she's really let go. But she's no different from, like Ike and Tina Turner. Ike and Tina Turner were bad for each other. And luckily, well, not to say that Tina was the aggressor, I'm not saying that, but they had a bad relationship. And luckily, she left. Yeah, I think what happened, she pissed him off, and then he got angry and snapped. And then he felt guilty and left. She has been used to getting away with anything in life. Yeah, I think that too. I think that. Yeah, yes, definitely. But we don't want to see that because they want to see you that she's clean cut looking. But as you see, how clean cut looking does not mean a good heart. She seems to be, as you said, someone who's used to getting her way, and when she couldn't control her boyfriend, she snapped. Then he snapped back, and he couldn't have it. Yeah, yeah. They vilified him, but I think she was the real aggressor. But she's young and pretty, and that's all they wanted to see. Yeah, that's all they wanted to see. That she's an innocent girl and the victim, but she was the abuser. And he said, I didn't, I had enough. He had enough, and he snapped and choked her to death. That's how she died. She got choked, she was strangled. Sorry, just went off. Come on, let's come back on. Come on. Okay, went back on. Sorry about that. It keeps turning itself off. Yeah, it's sad when it happened. I'm not trying to say that I'm glad. No, I'm not glad that any of this happened. But if it were a black couple, they were good. They'd probably arrest them, and that's what's sad about it. And I feel the cop did the same thing with my situation. That they don't want to arrest her because she's a poor white girl who has a problem. So even though I was telling him, she was attacking all these people on Amsterdam Avenue. And it, no, 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 no. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So I have a lot of thinking to do. A lot of I don't know what I want to do, but I first have to get the information about whether uh, the report was done or will be done, and then really go from there. I don't want to have to move, but maybe it's the signs of the time. Because again, getting hit in the chest, and then in September, someone tried to jump me right next door to where I live. And then the year before, I got groped. Or, and that happened in my neighborhood. And maybe life is telling me, hey, you may have to move. I don't want to move, but it's violent. It's very dangerous here. It's a lot of needles, hypodermic needles. We have drug addicts now. I mean, there was always some type of presence of riffraff, but since last year, it's real open now, and now you have needles all over the street. Yep. I got the name of yes, I do have. The lady cop wrote it down on a piece of paper. Oh, no badge number. Yeah, because I didn't know what was taking place. I talked to three people, making sure that they knew what my intention was. Because there's a total of four cops that was trying to hold down the lady. And then when one was free, they got up and walked towards me. And I told them, I made sure I said, look, I want her arrested. And then she went back, and then another cop came. That's what happened. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that. I'm going to get purchase a pad and paper to carry me. Yeah. I have to do that now. Yeah, in case. See, I don't want to feel like I need it, but I need it. Get the badge number. Be real nice about it, because they get real touchy in New York City about if you ask their name and badge number. Yeah. Yep. Wow. Yeah, I have a lot of inner work to do. A lot of But I share this because, see, we all have to make decisions for our lives. And sometimes we may not like what the answer is. We may not like what the answer is. I want to stay here. I'm born and raised here. I'm comfortable. I have three little dogs. I don't want to upset my life here and my dogs. When you move, it's very stressful and it's expensive to move. Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys know of places like uh, how to travel with dogs. See, also I have a flat-faced dog. Flat-faced dogs can't go on planes. So how do you travel with dogs? I mean, I know there's organizations that specialize in relocating pets, dogs or cats. So I have to find out how to arrange that. Yeah, these are my babies. They're coming with me. Yeah. So, does anyone have any questions to ask me before I go? They are forcing us out by letting the crazy people run New York City so they can bring the wealthy in and take over neighborhood. Yes, they've been doing that. Yes, they want to make. I'm so glad you said that. You know what? I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying. Um, and I believe who's going to be the new masters in New York City. Yeah, the whites will be moving out. They're going to make this place for Asia. And then they're going to use the Hispanics to do all the manual labor. They don't want the blacks here. They want the blacks to kill each other. That's what I think what they're going to do, personally. Yeah, so they're going to get people from Asia. Even in my building, it's a lot. I mean, I like people from Asia personally, but it's like I sense it's all manipulation because of China. China been thinking a way how to take over America, and when Trump came into office, Trump wanted to interfere with their plan, and so now they're doing it uh, in a stealth way. My opinion only. Yes, yes, exactly. They think they're so smart, but I see through them. I see, and this is not about being anti, you know, whatever. It's about seeing through the plan. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care about who's what, but I see what they're trying to do. That's all I'm saying. And maybe those other people are right. I mean, these YouTubers that left the country. Yeah, there's another YouTube that I watch. She left the country in July. She moved to Brazil. Yeah, this girl moved to Brazil on July.
But the thing, but Brazil has, I don't know. I don't think I want to go to a place like Brazil. It'd be too much like the U.S., but it's just more black people there. I don't know yet. I don't know. So, anybody else have something they want to share with me? Any advice or any place you think would be a good place to go to if you're an older woman with three little dogs? Let me know. Let me know. Like if you want to research the question for me, you can do so. And when this video finish uploads, uh, you can write in the comment section possible suggestions, or you can email me. My email is spiritofazalea@gmail.com. It's also written down in my about page on my channel. You can also get it there. Yeah, spirit of azalea at gmail.com.
Yeah, Canada is even better than New York City when it comes to good-hearted people.
Yeah, Canadians are neat to talk to. Yeah, yeah, they tend to be friendlier. Yeah, so people be aware. Be aware what's happening around. I don't know, it's like they're letting these crazy people out, and they know who they're going to target. They know that certain people are going to target blacks, and certain people are going to target whites, and certain people are going to target Asians.
I go to Central Park every day, and now it is more dangerous feeling in.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's yeah, I almost forgot. Someone tried to grab my dog in Central Park. That's right, that happened last year. This a drug addict guy, a white drug addict guy. He was very young, and he tried to grab my dog. Yeah, I almost and that I caught on camera. Yeah, I had my camera on. I was scared. Yeah, they're out of control. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, he was he spotted me like when I looked on the camera when I got home to look at the feed. This guy saw me all the way down he was across the meadow. And rather than going straight, he cuts across the lawn to grab my dog. These people are spotting you from way away. Interesting. I went to 72nd Street earlier this year. I only went once. Yeah, I was told that it used to be a lot of drug addicts there. Yeah, a lot of questionable people, but they fixed it up. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I mean, I went there. And they did have that element. Yeah, on 72nd Street, Strawberry Fields. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Can't think of anything else. Yeah, it's the signs of the time, and yeah, New York City. They don't want to treat people with who have the virus, so they want you to get sick and have to be on a ventilation. That yeah, ventilator. They get more money when you get on a ventilator, and if you die, you get even more money. Not the dead person, but the hospital. yeah, I have all these things, my things I bought to try to prevent me from getting sick, or if I get sick, my own therapeutics. Yeah, they want you sick. It doesn't make any sense. This is criminal. It is criminal what's being done to U.S. citizens of all races. They're out of their mind. They are out of their mind. Mm. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. So I'm going to call it for the night because I should get some sleep and pray for the universe to give me the answer, what would be best for my situation. Yeah, yeah. I appreciate you guys listening. And I wish you well. I wish you all safety. Please pray for me and my little dogs. Pray for our safety, um, and pray for answers. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. So, peace, love, and joy this beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. And any of you who could help me with information about places that you think I might like, that is dog friendly and reasonable in price, and any of you who uh, can afford it, if you could support my ministry, my channel, through my PayPal Me account. If those who want to do so to support my channel, my PayPal Me link is on the top right of my banner on my channel. Just click on the link and follow the prompt. Any amount would be greatly appreciated. Peace, love, and joy, and power and safety to you all. Okay? Bye bye.